brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, and play cousins. What's good, family? It's your boy, Mr. Michael. Hey, today, you know, we kind of taking a side step. I'm in the middle of the tales, um, but I want to take a side step real quick to grab a hold of something that everybody told me to react to a little bit ago. And you'll get it. Today, we got Ren and we got Chinchilla. And everybody told me after my last Ren and Chinchilla reaction that I gotta react to How to Be Me. They said if I like the last one, I'm gonna love this one. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna dig into this one today. I don't know how deep my reaction is gonna be because I don't know if I'm listening to it for the beauty of them singing together or if I'm listening to it for bars. I'm imagining this is Ren. It's probably gonna be a little bit of both. But we're gonna go ahead and get right on into this. I'm gonna get on this, check it out, and jump back into the tales. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it done today. So this is Ren. This is Chinchilla. Got my antennas. Housekeeping time. Y'all, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. All right? If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. We are on the road to 10,000, and we'd like to keep going way beyond 10,000. And I would love to have you be a part of that. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell so you can stay up on everything that we do over here. I try to drop new stuff all the time, and I want to make sure that y'all not missing out as I drop it. All right? With that being said, let's get right on into this. Ren Chinchilla, How to Be Me. Says this is the live version. That's what everybody told me to do. That's what I'm going to do. Let's get it.
One, two, three, one. Oh, 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 oh,
Before it even gets into the song, let me just say, first of all, Chinchilla, I haven't really dug into her archive yet. I'm going to be doing that. I can only do a couple things at a time. I still have to touch base on other things as well. So I can't just be locked into rabbit holes 100% of the time. I got to tackle them one at a time. But with that being said, I love Chinchilla swag. I'm looking at the way that she swagged out with the hat, the jacket, the rings, like even her nails. Like it's something about her that the energy. She just gives off an automatic like swag. Like I love her swag. But even before the song begins, the way the two of them sound together, they need a whole album. Kind of like how Ren and Webby doing right this second. They need a whole album of just Ren and Chinchilla duets. Bro, like real talk. And I love the passion that she sings with. Like when she sings, same as Ren, but when she sings, like you can see the passion and the emotion. It's written all over her face. Like literally, you can see it all over her. She has such a beautiful tone.
I don't feel safe in this bed. There are voices in my head. I've been talking to the dead, and the fear baptized me. My kingdom turned to dust, and I watched all my riches rust. Have I lost the Midas touch, or do sad eyes blind me? Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me home, and it suffocates me. I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know to be me.
I don't feel safe in these halls. There are bruises on the walls. There are bodies in the floors, and they breathe so loudly. I wish I could move, get up and walk right out this tomb. Do our saviors die too soon? For my sins surround me.
Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me, follows me, follows me, and it suffocates me.
I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know is I forgot how to be me. Hallelujah. Where is my God? Where are you? Hallelujah. Nothing is pulling me through. Hallelujah. When I don't know how to be. Hallelujah. I forgot how to be me.
You hear that cry in Ren's voice?
When he gave up the fight, a quick decision late in the night that stayed with me for all of my life. I miss you so.
Mm. Mm. Ren, why you keep doing this to me, man? Hold on, I gotta go back. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut the video off, y'all. I gotta go back. Mm. One of the hardest parts about listening to these two is it's done so beautifully that when you listen, I'm sorry, I'm I'm talking, I'm supposed to be going back. It's done so beautifully that the bro, I ain't even, I'm lost for words. This dude got to quit doing this to me. Did you hear that cry in his voice at the end? Mm. And her voice, and it's made even more intense by her movements and her connection to the music and the way that she's, like I said, wearing her heart on her sleeves. And even when you watch her the whole time when she's singing, she's looking directly into Ren's eyes. Like there's moments when Ren's like doing like this and then playing the guitar and he's kind of lost in the emotion of the song, and the entire time she's like laser targeted, looking dead in his face, like she's locked into Ren, bruh. And all right, I'm gonna tell y'all now. There's only a couple of bars. I'm not gonna sit here breaking down like. There's only a couple of bars that I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna stick out. But I'm really gonna give y'all my perspective on what I heard. But I don't even know. I don't even know that I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play it back through. I don't know. I gotta sit with this one while we listening to it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. Come on. Let's go back through it.
1, 2, 3.
I blame y'all too. Y'all got to quit doing this to me. Y'all keep suggesting songs to me because I think y'all like seeing me stuck. I think y'all like seeing me stuck. I don't know what to do with this. And the hardest part about this is I did get a chance to um like see some of the the story, of Ren and his friend. I do, not only from the people in the comments, but I've also watched the footage where Ren discusses that situation of his friend committing suicide. Um, I've watched that video, and I've seen Ren's response to it. I've seen the emotion boil over while he was talking about that thing. I do know how hard this sits on Ren's spirit. Um, so because of all that, I'm noticing different things in the song. One of the very basic things that I'm noticing is it looks like that they're singing this song from a bridge. Like it literally looks like they're standing on a bridge because you can see the cityscape behind it. And it's almost like there's, and underneath, like if you look right up underneath Ren's jacket in the back, you can see that the lights there are a reflection. Those aren't direct lights. You can see just by the blurred image of those lights. So that means he's there, there's water there. The cityscape is on water, and the lights behind his jacket are reflecting off that water. So it's like he's singing this song from the bridge, which makes this song even more intense. Bruh. All right, come on.
I don't feel safe in this bed. There are voices in my head. I've been talking to the dead, and the fear baptized me.
That line right there is deep to me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I believe there's a triple. Oh, I'm sorry, I just punched the microphone, y'all. I believe there's a triple in that line. Not one of those triples that make you say ooh and ah and ooh there was bars or nothing, this, that, and other. I mean, and this is my opinion. Y'all listen. Y'all have to remember that I have not watched all of the behind the scenes videos. I haven't had the years of following Ren's reactions. I haven't had the commentary, some of the personal introspection from Ren. I don't have any of that at my disposal. This is me most of the time reacting off the very first time that I've heard something. So there's going to be times where my perspective is going to be different than what Ren has actually said. You know what I mean? Or what he intended. But I'm telling you what I got from this right here. So listening to this, the the triple in this is that this comes from the perspective of three different people. This could be that first line, I don't feel safe in this bed. There are voices in my head. The fear baptized me. Boy, as I listen to this song, it's going to make it different. And I almost hesitate to say what I'm about to say until the end of the video, but I'm going to say it now so that as we listen forward in this video, for any of y'all that don't have the same perspective that I have, maybe you can hear it and understand why I have this perspective. Okay. First is Ren. If him and Chinchilla, their personal perspectives. I don't feel safe in this bed. There are things happening around me. I'm starting to, go into life. All the things that I'm struggling with. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel safe in this bed. Give me the bed at home, the world that I've created. You know what I'm saying? There's that old saying that says, I'm saying, you made your bed, now lie in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel safe in this bed. Like, so it could be a whole bunch of different things. It could be a literal bed. I don't feel safe in, laying in this bed. Like my life feels turmoil. But anyway, that's not the point that I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to point out perspectives, not meanings. I'm trying to point out perspectives. So I can hear this coming from the perspective of Ren and Chinchilla singing this about their own lives, right? Then I can hear them singing it from the perspective of, we're going to make a song that people in the world that are struggling with things and struggling with trials and tribulations and are struggling with identity and struggling with the thought of giving up on life and all that kind of stuff. We're going to sing this song so that it can relate to them, so that somebody else can then draw their own things, and maybe this can be the hand that somebody else needs to pull them out of the darkness that they're in. So that's the second perspective. And I know that Ren does that a lot. In a lot of his music, he tries to make it in a way that it can help and heal people. You know what I'm saying? So you got Ren and Chinchilla's perspective being one, personal perspective. And then you have indirect perspective, which would be all the people in the world listening to this song, right? But the other perspective that's really fucking me up right now is I hear this song and it's singing it almost as if it's coming from the perspective of his friend that passed away, that gave his life. It's singing, kind of sharing what he was going through when he made that decision. So if you hear it from all three of those perspectives, each one of these lines hit different from a different angle. And I don't know if I'm right on that or not, but I'm just sharing with you what I'm getting from it, because since I know the story of his friend, I'm hearing this as if these are his friend's thoughts. Anyway, I'm going to let it keep playing. It's almost so hard. I'm listening to the beauty of the vocals of this song, the melodic connection between Ren and Chinchilla, and it's so beautifully done. It's like one of those operas. I say opera, not a play, opera. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times in opera, the ending ain't so great. Operas can be pretty sad sometimes, pretty dark. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like they're doing an opera from the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Singing to each other, taking you to a place and putting you in a place mentally. And you know what I'm saying? And it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but at the same time, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. Fire.
My kingdom turned to dust, and I watched all my riches rust. Have I lost the Midas touch?
Now that right there actually was a bar. My kingdoms turned to dust. I watched all my riches rust. You know what I'm saying? Have I lost my Midas touch? King Midas had the, you know what I'm saying, the folklore of everything he touched turned to gold. You know what I'm saying? Have I lost my Midas touch? Watched all my riches rust? Bruh, that's a bar. That's bars right there. But again, I can't help but listen to it as it's coming from his friend's perspective. Damn.
Rust. Have I lost the Midas touch? Or do sad eyes blind me?
That's another bar. Or do these sad eyes blind me? You know, that's another, it's kind of a figure of speech depending on how you look at it. You know, some people will say that what you focus on, you attract. You know what I mean? But the more important saying that's attached to that is, you know what I'm saying, genuinely what you focus on is the thing that controls you, is the thing that, you know, determines what you see. The thing you focus on determines what you see. Meaning, if all I'm focusing on is the negative things that are happening around me, then I'm not paying attention to all the beautiful things that are happening around me at the same time. I see the dirt road, but I don't see the flowers growing on the side of the dirt road. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying, have my sad eyes blinded me. You know, it's like, have all my turmoil and all the stress and all the things that I've gone through in my life, have they made me so conditioned to see negativity that I can't give the proper attention to all the beautiful reasons there are to live? Bruh.
Or do sad eyes blind me? Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me home, and it suffocates me.
You're saying no matter how far I run and no matter how far I try to run away from this, over the hills I go, through the valleys, this, that, and the other, shit just seems to follow me home and it suffocates me. And that's almost like a visual of jumping into bed, getting into bed at night and putting the pillow over your face and screaming. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it just follows me home and it suffocates me, bro. I'm trying to do a couple of things here. I'm trying to see the perspectives of it, but the more and more that I visualize that this may be Ren's interpretation of what his friend might have been thinking, you know what I'm saying? The harder it's starting to hit me right now. Like it's getting the first time listening to it, I was listening to the beautiful melodies and I was trying to pick apart the words and I was trying to understand it. But the more I'm starting to gain perspectives, I'm hearing it from Ren and Chinchilla's perspective. I'm hearing it for all of the people all over the world who struggle with stuff like this every day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also hearing it from knowing his friend's story, and I'm hearing Ren sharing what he visualizes his friend might have been thinking and prior to him doing what he did, and it's just touching me in a really different way right this second. But yeah.
I can't breathe.
And that it's and that whole that that boy, that note will pierce your heart.
I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe.
She ran the hell out of that second didn't she? My fault.
I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know.
Man, her voice is beautiful. Ren, you that dude too. You know I love your voice, but I ain't hearing nothing but Chinchilla right now. I'm sorry. Her voice is beautiful.
Is I forgot how to be me.
That's a powerful line too. And I don't care what you're considering in your life. I don't care whether you've been to a point to where you've considered that you don't want to live anymore. I like any of those points right there are irrelevant to that line right there. I forgot how to be me. Is a very honest and responsible line by Ren. Every single one of us. I always say that a lot of these things that Ren talks about, they're not dedicated to one person. Almost everyone that turns an ear on to Ren's music can take a spot out of their life and place it in his lyrics. Everyone. I haven't heard a song yet that can't find somebody. That's a bar. I might have to write that down. Point that I'm trying to make. See, I got to try to bring some levity to the room. Point is, I forgot how to be me. I personally have struggled. There are things that have happened to me in my life, and I'm not going to sit on here for 2 hours right now trying to tell y'all my life story. Well, I'll save those for the lives when we get a chance to talk one-to-one. You know what I mean? But there are times in your life where sometimes you have to remind yourself. Remind yourself who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? Get up, man. That ain't you. It takes a person who's normally a jovial person who laughs and smiles all the time, usually the life of the party, and life has a way of turning that person into the most dreadful person to be around. Sometimes you can take some of the happiest people and they become angry and bitter because of life situations that happen in their life. Sometimes you can take some of the most optimistic people in the world who always believes that there's sun around the corner and turn them into the most pessimistic people like, oh yeah, just wait, but the sky is going to fall. There are times in life that it literally changes the way that you see life as a whole. And he's saying that this isn't the person I was. Something happened along the way that made me forget who I am. And I see the world and I interpret the world and I soak in the world entirely different than how I used to be. And I don't know how to get out of this. I don't know how to get out of this funk. And if somebody doesn't help me, bruh, That bar. That bar, I don't care what your name is. I don't care what sex you are. I don't care where you were born. I don't care where you live right now. I don't care what experiences you had, how many kids you have, male, female, old, young. I don't care none of that. Every one of y'all, 100% of the people can say that there's been a time in your life where that line meant something to you. I forgot how to be me. I'm just saying. Bet me on it. And if you haven't had it yet, live a little bit longer. You will.
I don't feel safe in these halls. There are bruises on the walls.
See, when I'm talking about even perspectives, that could be from the perspective of like, I know Ren, had to spend time in a mental institution or whatever, this, that, and other. That could be anywhere. But again, these are different perspectives. I don't know the story of I know what happened to his friend and how it related to Ren. I don't know the story of everything that his friend went through. But that could even relate to that. I don't feel safe in these halls. You know what I'm saying? Or that could be simply, I don't feel safe at home. But again, you can hear all these lyrics from three different perspectives. Or it could just mean hospital walls because of Ren's experiences in hospitals.
In the floors, and they breathe so loudly.
Yeah, and in the floors, and they breathe so loudly. Bruh. All right.
And they breathe so loudly. I wish I could move, get up and walk right out this tomb.
I wish, see, again, I hate this, man. I hate that my brain does this. Because there's a good portion of the time that I can be transparent that I'm way off. Even like just a quick side note from this. I just got a comment back from my boy Simple Man from one of the songs that I did with him because I'm so used to actually digging into bars, and some of these people, I know that they're clever with their pen. So sometimes I overanalyze the lyrics, and I heard a line in Simple Man's song that wasn't what he was thinking at all. And he actually got in my comments and told me, hey man, it really wasn't that deep. It was just a name that I liked. I really didn't mean anything by it, but I dug a whole meaning out of it because that's what my brain does. But again, side note over. My point that I'm trying to make is that I can't help but still see the multiple perspectives, because when he says, I wish I could walk right out of this tomb, that goes back to what I said about 100% of the people in the world. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to, I'm in this, my mind is in this place. It's a tomb in my mind. And I wish that I could get up and just walk out of this darkness. I wish that I could just say, I don't want to think like that anymore, but it ain't that damn easy. I wish that I could get up and just walk out of this darkness that I'm in. But at the same time, if you're looking at it from the perspective, a hindsight perspective of his friend and what his friend did, he's feeling regret for the decision that he made. I wish that I could get up and just walk right out this tomb. But it's too late now. You know what I mean? Like multiple perspectives. It's just, these words are so tricky. Like I said, I'm never going to pretend that I know exactly what they mean. I'm just saying, when you listen to the words, the perspectives can come from so many different places. And you can understand them being from those different places if you really pay attention.
Get up and walk right out this tomb. Do our saviors die too soon?
Do our saviors die too soon? That's a loaded line. I'm not even going to touch that right this second. That's a loaded line. That definitely has lots of meaning, and it's loaded, but I'm not going to mention it yet.
For my sins surround me.
My sins surround me.
Over and over we go.
I love when she does that little thing. You know she about to snap. I love watching Chinchilla when she be singing and she does this little thing where she closes her eyes and she does like this. And you know when you see that face, she about to snap. She warns you. I can't hold it in. She about to go off when you see that face.
Die too soon. for my sins surround me. Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me, follows me, follows me, and it suffocates me.
The two of them have such a connection, it's ridiculous. I can't, man, that line, oh shit. That line gives you, And I'm a glutton for punishment because I just rewound it so I can hear it again. Shit. Woo. All right.
Suffocates me. I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know is I forgot how to be me. Hallelujah. Where is my God? Where are you?
Man, there's a couple of lines in there that say, you know what I'm saying, that say that he goes all the way back to the times that he's talking about suffocating in the song, and then the song, you know what I'm saying, I can't breathe. Again, like I said, the multiple perspectives. I can't breathe inside this shell of who I'm becoming. Like the weight is too heavy on me. I can't breathe. But at the same time, from the other perspective, his friend, I don't really want to say the details, but his friend, end up, claiming his life in the manner that he did. So I can see the line, I can't breathe. I my mind pisses me off sometimes. I can't shut it off.
Where is my God? Where are you?
Hallelujah. Where is my God? Where are you? It's those moments where you didn't hit the end of it, and it's like Lord, why? And this also is even from the personal perspective. This even is an attest to some of the things that I've heard from Ren with why he struggles with religion and some of the things, what I'm saying, because he has so many why questions. Like, how come you don't step in certain situations? Like, this could even speak to just that. But also, from the other perspective, save me. Why? Where are you? I need you right now. Speak to me.
Hallelujah. Nothing is pulling me through. Hallelujah. When I don't know how to be. Hallelujah. I forgot how to be me.
That how. Man, Chinchilla got me through the whole song with her voice and her notes and then and all that other kind of stuff. But that how right there, it sounded like Ren was crying. That's
Hallelujah. I forgot how to be me.
the other reason why I was coming at it from the perspective that I was, about seeing it from his friend's perspective and seeing it from the way that his friend might have been thinking prior to him doing that, is what's about to happen right now. Because then the song transitions, everything else shuts off, and then Ren sings that last part as if I'm remembering what I felt when my friend did that. And it was very personal and very direct. And it wasn't in the same tone or the same context as the rest of the song. If you listen to it, the energy of the rest of the song changed in that last couple of bars that he did by himself. And it's almost like all of this happened, and now Ren is saying, I wish I could have done something about that. So it almost even lends to the perspective of everything else was coming from someone else's perspective. Again, I know that I'm probably, y'all don't eat me up. I know that I'm probably wrong. And I'm sure there's a video somewhere because every time I do one of these videos and I give my perspective, somebody says, no, but Ren said. So I know there's a video out somewhere that I just haven't run across yet. So have some grace on me, y'all. But I'm just saying, this is how I received it.
When he gave up
See?
the fight, a quick decision late in the night that stayed with me for all of my life. I miss you so.
See, this is why I got that perspective, because the whole rest of the song sounded personal. It sounded like I'm going through this. I'm struggling this. Hallelujah. Where are you? I need you. Blah, blah, blah. It sounded like I'm dealing with this right now and I don't know what to do. What's going on? And then you get to that last two bars of the song and it pauses. Chinchilla disappears and Ren directly says, when he gave up the fight. So the rest of the song was him fighting. And the last part is Ren addressing how he feels now that the fight is over. And that's going to sit with me for the rest of my life. So again, 3 perspectives. You can absolutely see this with all the turmoil that Ren's gone through in his life and all the stuff that he's dealt with. And Chinchilla, I don't know her backstory, but I'm sure she's dealt with a lot too. So you can absolutely see this from a personal perspective coming directly from Ren and Chinchilla. You can also see the, you know what I'm saying, the indirect purpose of this song where we're going to make something that can help save somebody else out there. And I still believe, even if I'm right about the perspective, this was still done in a way that's going to help somebody. You know what I mean? So the indirect, you know what I'm saying, is still very plausible. But I don't know why my heart is stuck on this, like trying to share the perspective of someone who it's already too late for. I'm not even saying that this is specifically about his friend, because there's a lot of people in life that have struggled with situations like this and have ended their life too soon because they couldn't find a way out. So this could be about everybody all across the world who's gone too soon. This could be the voice of all of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using Ren's friend's perspective in this, you know, just to be general. But there's more than just that have given up the fight. But man, I hate when he does this stuff to me. Now I gotta I'm gonna have to watch Baby Shark or something like that to get myself out of this funk before I start the next video. Hey y'all got Sunflower coming. I'm finna go ahead and get into the tales. Got a couple other reactions dropping. Please make sure you entertain all the reactions and not just the Ren reactions. Hey, and listen, I love y'all. Listen, I have a lot of people that are getting in the comments that are telling me they want me to start reacting to certain things, you know, some of the behind the scenes Instagram videos, all that other kind of stuff. And I've been trying to react or trying to respond one at a time to those comments. But let me just tell y'all right now, if you want some of those things, y'all got to go join the Patreon. You got to go join the Patreon because I'm actually starting to post that stuff over there. I'm going to make sure that I keep the YouTube video about music, about YouTube videos. All the little side stuff that I do, watching the, you know, the non-music videos and all that other kind of stuff, hanging out, giving some of my personal introspection about music, all that other kind of stuff. I'm doing that over on the Patreon. And I'm starting to build that up. You know what I'm saying? It was still a relatively new platform for me. And I'm starting to build it up and add more content and stuff like that. So if you want to see that stuff, go over there. Go over there. All right? Stay here, but go over there too. All right. I love y'all, man. Hey, ain't nothing you can do about it. Till the next one. Love y'all.